Bill, your UAlbany Great Day.
Hi, I'm Pete Irizzo from UAlbanySports.com. I'm here with head football coach Greg Gattuso. Tomorrow is the first of 15 spring practices for the Great Danes. And Greg, first let's catch up on some news, some changes on your coaching staff. We have two new defensive coordinators, Keith Dazinski and Joe Bernard, and then a new offensive coordinator in Joe Davis. How important is the spring going to be for those guys as they get settled in?
It's very important that, there's some tweaks and changes that are going to happen on both sides of the ball, but nothing wholesale. I think, Keith Dazinski has been, he's coordinated at Maryland. He's coordinated at UMass. He's been in this league a long time. Moving Joe Bernard over is something I've been wanting to do because he's a defensive guy and he's going to run our special teams. And I think Joe Davis has come in and brought a lot of energy to what we're going to try to do on offense. So, it's huge. Spring practice is where you make changes and you do some little things differently. And I think those guys are going to do a great job. And the team is very enthusiastic about it.
Let's start on the defensive side of the ball. Last year, a top 10 defense nationally, second best in the CAA. Last time out, a shout-out against New Hampshire, a playoff team, but lost some key players there to graduation with Nate Hitalski and Malachi Hoskins and Jamal Robinson. Are there some younger players you're looking to in the spring to start to step in and take some of those roles?
Yeah, I think the big thing was we were able to redshirt every freshman but one. Carl was able to play a little bit last year, a lot for us last year. So I think we have good kids in the pipeline. I think, the changes that we're going to make are going to be positive. And, we're looking for a group of young guys to step up and play well. And, that list could be a lot of guys. Danny D'Amico at middle linebacker has a shot. Levi Matheny played a lot for us last year. We think can really help us. Anthony Lang on the defensive line. So there's a group of guys ready to step in and try to win jobs.
On the offensive side, certainly I think in the minds of fans, the biggest question is Elijah Token Hanks sat out last year, obviously recovering from the knee injury. Is he ready to go?
Yeah, he's been 100% now for a little while, and he's ready to roll. And when you can plug an All-American type talent into your offense, and that was part of the issue last year, was we had to kind of convert from a run-oriented offense to try to open it up a little bit. But now, the new offensive structures I'm excited about, and I think he's obviously going to be a huge part. But to have two backs of that quality in the backfield, EB doesn't have to carry the load every single play, and Carl will be able to get out there and help us as well. I think that's going to be a really good starting point for the offense.
And then at quarterback now, you've got three veteran guys, Will Brunson, the incumbent, and Evan Sussman, and now Vince Testaverde in the mix too. What kind of a competition there will there be this spring?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be. I think Joe Davis is bringing a little different mentality to the quarterback room, and Joe was a quarterback his whole life. He's been an offensive coordinator for a long time, and he's been was a quarterback coach for forever. So, there's going to be a little different mentality, a little difference in the offense, and I think those guys I know they're excited about it. I talked to them about it yesterday, and they're buzzing about getting out there and seeing how they can go, and I think that'll be fun for them. But the competition's real, Nevin Sussman's a very talented young man, and Brunson had a good year last year, and Testaverde has a lot of experience, so we feel really good about that position.
Just as some final thoughts, Greg, what are some of the biggest things you want to see your team accomplish between now and when we get to the spring game, April 28th?
I'd love to see us mesh. I think chemistry is a big part of this whole process, and I think the meshing of the coaching staff, the new people, some new players have been brought in is going to be very important for us, and so that'll be number one for me, and number two, just to really dive into what we're doing schematically and to be ready to go into the summer and get bigger, stronger, faster.
Thanks a lot. Good luck.
All right, thank you.